Hey, how's it going, guys? RudyWadeTCG back at it again with another video, and today I'm going to be going over my Denver, Colorado Regionals 2019 event recap. Alright, so to start it all off, I play the deck Regigigas Hoopa. I never actually played a stall deck before. It was my first time playing a stall deck at an event. I mainly picked this deck because I thought it was a really good meta call going into the day, which it ended up really being a good meta call. So yeah, I wasn't really that familiar with it, but I did a lot of practicing during the week, and I kind of taught myself how to play the deck. Oh yeah, and a special shout out to the iCaterpie YouTube channel, or Alessandro Carmascoli, and to Phinn Lynch and Cutter Tap for helping me with the deck. So yeah, let's get into the matchups. Round one, I hit the Zapdos Ultra Beast deck, and I was able to take a pretty convincing set with 2 wins, no losses. Game 1, kind of just, he ran out of resources really quickly because he wasn't really familiar with the matchup. And Game 2, it was a little bit closer, but I was able to run him out of cards with Durant at the end. I decided to play Durant over Unknown because a lot of people were unaware of the fact that you could just win the game if they had 2 cards left in deck, because Durant says mill 2. So a lot of people were unaware of that, and that really came in clutch throughout the day. So in round 1, I was able to take the game by Duranting. Round 2, I hit a Metagross Solgaleo, kind of a weird deck. I never really expected to hit this going into the event, and it should really be a mad matchup, but because he has basically unlimited energy, and he has a baby attacker to get through Hoopa in the baby Metagross. So we only ended up finishing 1 game, and in that game, he did get out the baby Metagross, but I was able to Lost Zone it with Lugia, and that really saved me because I was banking off the fact that he only played 1 baby attacker. So I Lost Zone the Lugia. I Lost Zoned the baby Metagross with the Lugia, and he was able to knock out the Lugia, but that didn't really matter because he had no answer to get through Hoopa. But then I kind of remembered from playing against Metagross in the past, they played like a 1 of Psychic Energy so that they could attack with their Dhelmise. So I started charging on my Hoopa with my 1 of Rainbow Energy and 1 of my 2 of DCE so that I could one-shot the Dhelmise because it had Dark Weakness. Yeah, so I was able to knock out his Dhelmise twice, actually, and that really saved me, lost zoning his baby Metagross. Then round 3, another interesting deck. I hit Gardevoir Zoroark. This was actually the guy I had on my channel yesterday. I had him do a deck profile because he made day 2. Yeah, so he made day 2 with Gardevoir. I hit him round 3. I was able to 2-0 him because he wasn't even playing the baby Guardy, so my Hoopa kind of just took him by, like, he had no answer to it. Until he played a Muck on top of his Ditto, and he then had an answer to it. So I had to think pretty quickly, and I Lost Zone the Muck as soon as I possibly could with Lugia. Again, really clutch, Lost Zoning that Muck. Then he had no real answer to Hoopa except for hitting me with like Curly and stuff. But I was able to just max potion it off and win the game that way. Game 2, a lot closer, but again, Durant came in clutch this time because I did prize 1 of my Hoopas, so he was getting close to knocking out 1 of the Hoopas, and I got him down to a really low amount of cards in deck, and he was about to Twilight back, but he didn't because he still had 2 cards left in deck, and I was able to just Durant for the win. Round 4, I hit another Gardevoir, so this time he wasn't playing a Muck, but he was playing a Baby Guardy, so again, I had to Lost Zone that, and it really took him by surprise as well. He didn't expect that to happen. But yeah, I Lost Zoned his baby Gardevoir, and he just had no answer to Hoopa. Didn't really need to Durant in either set. I kind of he scooped up game 1 as soon as I Lost Zoned the baby Guardy. And in game 2, he played it out all the way, but I still took the win. Round 5, I took a really hard loss to Nick Robinson, a day 2 player and former national champion. He was playing Ultra Necrozma Malamar with a 1 of Persian. So in game 1, I wasn't expecting the Persian, and I had about a 28 card hand or something like that. and he dropped it on top of the Ditto and just destroyed me. He left me with like an Ancient Crystal, Max Potion, Regigigas, and Counter Gain, and I just looked at my hand and I was like, wow, this is awful. So, first of all, Malamar isn't a good matchup, and even worse, the Persian. So, took a pretty bad loss in Game 1. Game 2, I tried to get my Shuckle GX up to wrap his Ditto before he could evolve, but when he got his Ditto down, by the time I Stevens, he was able to get the Persian up turn 2, and I just scooped up the cards after that happened. Alright, round 6, I hit a Zapdos Jolteon. I think this is another content creator, the Truth Champion Steven on Twitch or something like that. Yeah, he was playing Zapdos Jolteon. In Game 1, kind of just steamrolled him because he had no real answer to the Hoopa with the Ancient Crystal. And Game 2, it was kind of closer because he was using Jolteon more effectively. And I kind of just got him down to 2 cards and used Durant once again. I think he would have actually taken Game 2 if I didn't have the Durant. But nonetheless, I still 2-0'd him in the set. Then in round 7, I hit Hale Obernolt. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, he was the guy who got second place at the tournament with the same deck as me. However, as you'll see later, I did not play Unknown Hand or Giraffe Rig in my list. I wasn't really expecting to hit a mirror, but ended up hitting Hale. He had a Giraffe, I didn't, so that kind of just killed the vibe, I guess. Giraffe really is really difficult to beat, especially if your opponent is also a stall deck. So yeah, I kind of just got blown up by his Giraffe. Round 8, I ended up hitting Pablo Meza, taking my 3rd loss of the day. He was playing Pikachu and Zekrom Box. Game 1, I had really bad prizes. I think I had 2 Acerola and a Max Potion. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was like that. I had really bad prizes, so I had like no chance of beating him. I kind of just played the whole game out because I wanted to try and get a tie against him instead of him taking a quick Game 3 to a donk. So I played the whole game out, and in Game 2, I had basically everything I needed to win the game. But there was one turn where I missed the Max Potion. He was able to knock out a Hoopa because after he burns all his Electro Powers and stuff at the beginning of the game, they can't really one-shot the Hoopa. So, yeah, he couldn't one-shot the Hoopa, but there was one turn I missed Max Potion, and he had 4 cards left in deck, I believe. So 2 more cards, and I would have won the game. Yeah, so he had 4 cards left in deck, but was able to seal it up there because I missed the Max Potion. And after the game, I showed him the Durant, and he was like, "Oh, I definitely would not have shuffled in." So pretty unfortunate to lose the win-in round. But nonetheless, winning the next round would guarantee me points, so that's all I had to do. So next round, I hit a Zoroark Lycanroc GX, and ended up taking the set. So pretty good here. Actually didn't even play a game. We just flipped over our cards. He saw the Regigigas and signed the slip. So yeah. And the final result of the tournament, I went 6-3 and I bubbled into top 64. That was really cool. I got 63rd place, half a box, not even making day 2, which is really nice, and 50 CP, putting me at 329 CP on the season so far. Going for that invite. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, the deck list on the side here is pretty standard. The only weird stuff that you might not see in other lists is, again, the Durant. That was obviously inspired by iCaterpie or Alessandro Cromascoli. He really helped me out a lot. He talked me through a lot of the stuff. That was inspired by his list. The Durant, it was really, really good over the weekend. I definitely would not cut it for an Unknown Hand. Definitely consider playing a Giraffe. But other than that, the list is pretty standard. The Giraffe, I would definitely put in. I didn't use Shuckle much over the weekend, so I could probably see cutting Shuckle for the Giraffe. But again, that would increase your odds of starting a low HP basic and finding nothing. So honestly, the list was really good. I wouldn't change much about it, but there are some cards that obviously, like Giraffe, that I would want to include if I was to play this deck again, which I think I would. I would play the deck again for this tournament. Yeah, but anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. Feel free to copy the list, try it out yourself, and yeah, So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.